Hey guys, it's Justin again with another review. This is going to be a triple review. Basically, if you've watched Build Fighters or if you have eyes, you can tell that these three kits are very much alike. So I wanted to show you what the differences between them are and how they work and all that good stuff. But this is the ezsr. They are 3 EZ8 units customized from the Build Fighters universe. And this was probably my favorite release because the EZ8 is my favorite, and it's nice to see that something that I enjoy, especially I don't want to say a not very popular mobile suit, but amongst other lead mobile suits, a lot of people, from what I've seen anyway, don't really consider the EZ8 as much of a lead as like the Strike or the RX-78 or anything like that. So, it's nice to see that my favorite mobile suit got a little bit of a facelift, I guess. And more so than that, it got 3 facelifts. So, what we have here are the 3 variants that were in the show. If you buy the ezsr kit, you get the parts included to make either one that you want, or you can kind of mash the parts together and make your own if you so desire. The ezsr1 is the intruder. That would be this one. This one is equipped with beam sabers on his right arm, or his left arm. You get 2 of them. He's got like an electric claw thing here. He's got high mobility boosters on his back. He's got a snub-nosed beam rifle. And the head has like a little V-fin crest thing, kind of like the Build Mark II had. Instead of having like a V-fin, it's got like cool like antenna things. I think overall this one's my favorite because it changes the design in a lot of good ways. The shoulders remind me of really short versions of the GM Custom, I think it is. I don't know, the design just looks really nice to me. Next up is the ezsr2, the Eliminator. This one is definitely the most ground type of them all. It's got like little armor pieces here on the things. It's got a separate knee piece for ground poses. It has a rocket pack on its back as well as the the 80mm cannon or whatever. It's mounted to the shoulder. Rather than having higher mobility, this one's obviously focused a little more on firepower. The only thing I wasn't really pleased with as far as using the stock build for this, he doesn't have any hand equipment, so no actual like guns for this one, which I think felt a little out of place for me. I get that it's kind of like a longer range support mobility, or not mobility, support fire type mobile suit design, but I think in the chance that it would engage in its own personal combat scenario, it would probably need a little something for defense. And the last one is the ezsr3, the Shadow Phantom. This one is like I think like a recon unit. It's got like missiles and stuff here. It's got a standard beam rifle. It's got this weird whatchamacallit on the shield. I don't remember what this did in this show. I think it was just a weapon of some sort. It's got this huge radome on the head. I think that's for communications and stuff like that. But beyond the head and the shoulders, it's pretty much the same as the other ones. I forgot to put a piece on one of the arms. But that said, the 3 units are very much alike. They share a lot of similarities, mostly being the lower torso, basically the arms, the legs, the waist, the chest are pretty much the same. The only differences here is you're going to swap out pieces on the shoulders, you're going to swap out pieces on the legs, and you're going to swap out what attachments goes on the arms and the backpack, and then the heads change. So we'll go over articulation. We're going to use the intruder for this because it probably has the least hindrances going on. but articulation is going to be roughly the same for all of them. The only difference is going to be in like arms, and obviously the head of that one's not going to move as well. Our head is on a double ball joint. You got full 360. You get the front and back, just a little bit of side to side, same type deal. Just double ball joint. You know how it works. The arms will go out about that far. You can finagle them around and get a full 360. Get a full 360 under the shoulder. If you've played with the newer EZ8 high grade, you get a really awesome double bend out of the shoulder. I mean, out of the elbow, the ankle. On the backpack, you've got just kind of pegs where you peg in your equipment. I can show you that. You know, if you want to swap it out, you just plug a piece in. Easy as that. But those move as far as your shoulder's position will allow. You've got this little tail stabilizer here. You've also got these little things on here, little boosters on here. So lots of articulation on the backpack as well. It's nice to see that. The wrists are on ball joints, so you can spin them around and all that good stuff. Front skirts these aren't cut, but you know, they move up and down. You got a joint here. The back skirts don't move. You can flip this up and get the leg about 90. If you move the knee, you get a little more than 90. You get a really good double bend out of the knee, almost 180. You get full 360 at under the hip. This will move not quite. I mean, it'll move 90 if you, well, not 90, but almost 90 if you move the knee all the way. These are a little bit articulate, not very much, as are these. The ankle is on like a pivot joint, so there's like a thing up here and then it comes down, so it works kind of like the double joint for the neck. You get a lot of wiggle out of it. And the feet are on ball joints, so you can move them full 360. The toe is also independent in this, rather than the older style EZ8 having these kind of feet. Actually, these moved also. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. But the big differences here between these are just slight differences in articulation. The shoulders are smaller here, but the bigger, bulkier backpack might give you a little bit more trouble when it comes to maneuvering the kit around. You'll still be able to, you know, get roughly the same articulation out of all the kits. But this is probably going to be the biggest exception to that, considering the head is technically attached to this. But you can simply pull it back and the head moves just like it would as if it were not. The shoulders are also much bulkier than the other two, so with the head thing in place, you might run into some technical problems with that. But the three are very fantastic kits in my opinion. Whether you like the EZ8 or not, whether you like Build Fighters or not, they were fun kits to build to me. Giving me the option to customize my unit straight out of the box, giving me like a couple of different design choices, was really neat and really unique, especially for Bandai. You know, that's something I'd kind of expect from Kotobukiya. So it's really cool that they gave us that. And another reason I recommend buying this kit, I can't show you precisely what you're going to get, but I bought 3 of these, obviously, and what you're left over with after building all 3 units, just out of box, mind you, are all these runners. So I'm going to, well, there's also like another whole box filled with runners. I'm going to count these runners out real quick, and you can see how many 3 EZSRs will leave you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 runners. That's including polycaps and beam sabers. If you don't include those, you just want to take 6 away. So that's still a pretty impressive number, either way. And as far as like the new runners, usually most of them will get used. So this one was used for the intruder, and as you can see, the radome is left, the big shoulders are left, the missiles and all that stuff. Both the new heads. And another cool thing is that you actually get most of the parts that you would need if you wanted to build the standard EZ8. The only things that you're missing are like really weird stuff. You'd be missing the end piece to the shield here, and like the feet. There's like, that's really just about it. Like even the skirts and stuff are all included. So if you don't like this style of skirt, you know, it's all here. The knees, the shoulders, the ankles, the head, most of the shield. So you can even build an almost complete standard EZ8 out of all this stuff. So Bandai didn't disappoint on this one, and if you're a kit basher, if you're a modifier, a customizer, whatever you want to call yourself, this is definitely a pickup for you guys, because you know, all the spare parts, all the swappable pieces anyway, and being molded in gray, these are really great canvases. There's not a whole lot of surface detail going on, which is normally something I like to have, but considering I like to play with these things a little bit, and I like to mess around with what I'm given when it comes to ground units and stuff like that, these give you a lot of room for imagination, if you will. So that's my review for the ezsr Trio. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. I don't know when I'm going to start working on these. Hopefully soon. But with that, I will see you guys next time. Later.